Hi, this is Melissa Brehm, live from the Carlisle Family YMCA. I want to thank Michelle Bell for recording this for me since I'm not a whiz with technology at home. And I'm going to be teaching a Pilates class right now. We will have it in abbreviated form, 30-minute format. And for those of you who are brand new to Pilates, it's just a core workout that is extremely beneficial for all the muscles. If we were doing a full class, you would work every muscle. We'll throw stretches in between so you will feel energized and feel like you toned your body by the end of the class. Just a reminder, if you have any neck issues, you will not do rolls. And we want plenty of padding so when we do things like that, it feels good to your spine. So a nice thick carpet at home would be perfect to do the class on. All right, we're going to begin with something called the 100. So, first position, shins parallel to the floor, knees aligned with the hips. You can keep your head down. If you're prone to getting headaches, you definitely keep your head down. Otherwise, if you want to lift, eyes toward your belly, start slapping imaginary water here at your sides. 5 quick inhales through the nose, 5 quick exhales through the mouth. To make it a little bit more challenging, you can lift your legs to a 90-degree angle with the floor. Most challenging would be to bring those straight legs to a 45-degree angle. Or you can come right back here to bent knees. Take care of yourself. Now, if you want to add obliques as you do the 100, you can do palms up on the inhalations and then palms down to one side as you exhale 5 times. Come back to center, one arm on each side of the body, palms up. Exhale, palms down to the opposite side. You can drop your head at any time. You can use a hand behind the neck to support it. And one more set. Lay your head down, pull the knees in, and gently go side to side for a little back massage. So that gets the body all warmed up. Now we're going to do a few leg stretches. So slide your left leg along the floor, align your knee with your middle toe, press the right leg up, reach above or below your knee as you gently draw the leg towards you. And we're going to add some toe circles as you stretch out your hamstring. And then reverse the direction. These are great ankle strengtheners. And then just receive a deep breath. It's always with the exhalation that you deepen the stretch. You're going to release your right hand down to your right side on the floor. Take the left hand to the outside of your right leg, and on the exhalation, we move into an outer thigh stretch. So pause here for a deep breath. And once again, with the exhale, just go a little bit deeper into the stretch. Release your left hand down to the floor. Open the right leg up away from the center of the body. Your right hand is there to receive and support your inner thigh stretch. And with the exhalation, you deepen it. Now we're all ready for our leg circles. So draw the right leg up to a 90-degree angle. Very important, you turn the knee to the outside. This disengages your quads. And on the inhale, you circle down towards the body. Exhale, up and around. Inhale, circling down. Exhale, up and around. If you feel popping or clicking in your hip, bend the left knee. Now we're going to go opposite. So remember the option to bend that left knee as you're doing leg circles on your right leg. We have one more. We bring both knees into the chest. We slide your right leg along the floor. Line the knee up at the middle toe. Press your left leg up. Reach above or below your knee. And exhale, drawing the leg in. Add your toe circles. Pause, reverse the direction. Receive a deep breath. And on the exhale, draw the leg even closer. Now release your left arm down, palms down, and slide the right hand to the outside of your left leg. On your next exhale, gently encourage that outer thigh stretch to unfold. Deep breath. And with the exhale, your muscles will allow you to go a little deeper. Now we release the right hand down to our right side. We open up the left leg away from the core, and we support it with the left hand. You can even slide it to the inside of the leg to deepen the stretch. Listen to your body always. On your next inhale, draw the left leg up to center. Turn the knee to the outside and start towards the center of the body. So we're going clockwise first on this side. Deep breaths, bending that right knee if you feel clicking in your left hip. Pause at the top and then reverse the direction. Nice deep breaths. Inhale down and exhale up. Now bring both knees in. Drop the heels close to your buttocks. Leave your legs parallel. Press through the hips and heels and lift the hips up into a bridge. Another nice stretch. Receive a deep breath. Lift the heels, exhale, rolling back down. Bring your legs up to 90 degrees. Your fingertips are reaching for the opposite wall. Palms cement down to our sides. We go into the corkscrew. So on the inhale, you're circling down, lower backs to the floor. Pull the navel in, exhale to the top. Your option is to add a tailbone lift and lower, and then reverse it. Do not do that tailbone lift if it bothers your lower back. So I demonstrated it once, but I'm just going to stay with the corkscrew. Feel free to lift the tailbone at the very top of your circle. And one more set of the corkscrew. Pulling the navel in and exhaling as you come to the top. Wonderful. Now, let's take your feet to the edge of your mat. They're a little wider than your hips. Extend both arms out shoulder height, palms up. Press through the right foot so the knees move to the left. And you gently turn your head to look out that right arm, keeping the shoulders onto the floor. Receive a deep breath. And exhale, sink a little bit deeper into the spinal twist. Now, next inhale. With the exhale, start to turn your head and knees back to the center. Your head is going left, your knees are moving to the right, pressing through that left foot. Keep that left shoulder on the floor. Deep inhale. Exhale is all about surrendering deeper, letting go of that stress and tension. Deep breath. Exhale, bring the head and knees back to center. All right, you're going to straighten your legs out onto the mat. Keep your ankles flexed. Extend your arms overhead. Your spine should be neutral. For most of us, you could probably slide your hand underneath the lower back. Your pelvis is flat. Visualize the legs cemented to the floor. That mental image helps make it happen. Squeeze the glutes, lift the arms, start to roll up. Exhale with the effort, and now gently lean forward for the stretch to the hamstrings. You'll definitely feel it. Inhale. On the exhale, chin is tucked, pull the navel in. We come back down to the floor, head touches, and arms extend. Ankles flex, squeeze the glutes, lift the arms, head and shoulders. Come with the movement. It's called a roll up. On the exhale, you're stretching. Inhale, you start to roll back down. Shoulders stay relaxed away from your ears. Pull the navel in, head touches, arm back. One more roll up, squeeze the glutes, lift the arms, up you come. Huge exhale, and stretch forward, and then inhale. Time to pull the navel in, lower the upper body as you exhale, head touches, arms back. Bring your knees into the chest, pull your navel in, lift your head to look at the belly, and then just extend your legs and sit nice and tall. While we're here, we're going to add deep breaths and a spinal twist. So reach out, shoulders are relaxed from your ears. Huge inhale through the nose, grow tall through the crown. Exhale, turn left, pull the navel in, deep breath coming to center. Exhale to your right, navel in, deep breath. Empty to your left, deep breath, grow tall. Empty right. One more set. Empty left. Deep breath. Empty right. And come back to center. So next we're going to do the abdominal series, which is 5 exercises in a row. So we start with single straight leg stretch. Remember your option to support the neck if you choose, or to keep the head down on the floor. You're going to extend your left leg, bring one hand to the outside of your right ankle, left hand to the inside of the knee, and then you switch. Keeping the navel into the spine the entire time through the abdominal series. You can also choose to do it with the legs up at 90. You do not have to be at the 45-degree angle. So that's single leg stretch. Now, double leg stretch, you can start at 90 by extending the legs up, bending the knees, or you can have them out to 45 and bringing the knees in. Same thing. You always have the option to support your neck or to keep your head down to the floor, whatever works best for you. All right, we're moving on to single leg stretch. So we're gonna double pulse the right leg towards us, scissor and switch. Now it's very important to keep your hands either above or below your knees. So you can do it behind your hamstring or up at your calf. Now we're going to go to double leg stretch. So 90 degrees, very important if your head is up that both hands are behind the neck to support it, or lay your head down. With the navel in, you're going to pull down. Do not go past the point where that lower back would lift. And on the exhale, chest and thighs rise toward each other. Inhale, you pull down on an imaginary spring. Exhale, release the spring, allow yourself to pull up with it. Inhale, pulling down. Never pass the point where your lower back lifts. One more double straight leg stretch. Now bend the knees. Last one in the abdominal series is crisscross. So we lift, we take the right elbow to a bent left knee, right leg extends. Exhale, drop the left foot, bring it back up. Both knees are bent, shins parallel to the floor. Left elbow to right knee. Exhale, drop the right foot, bring it back up, and come back to center.
So we get to engage the oblique muscles on the crisscross. You may lower your head if you choose. Navel remains in. And last one. Bring your heels close to your buttocks with the knees bent, press through the heels, and once again lift into a bridge. Now bring those hips back down, bring your knees into your chest, pull the navel in, lift your head, and we're going to come up for another stretch. So take the legs super wide. Your ankles are flexed. You're going to bring your arms forward and relax the shoulders. This is called spine stretch forward. So on the inhale, you slide your upper body forward. You will feel your inner thigh engage. Tuck the chin slightly. On the exhale, lead with the crown, stretch for the floor. And then inhale, press one vertebra at a time into an imaginary wall and relax on the exhale. You get to move your legs a little wider. Inhale, sliding forward, tuck the chin. Exhale, stretch through the crown. And then sit up against the imaginary wall behind your spine. Grow tall and relax. We have one more. Exhale, pull the navel in. And then press the spine into the wall behind you and relax. All right, let's do our first roll. We are going to pull your cheeks apart to find the ischial tuberosities or sits bones. Hands can be behind your hamstrings as you lift your feet to balance. If you want more of a challenge, you're going to reach for your ankles. Bring the knees even closer to the chest. Shoulders stay relaxed, your chin is tucked. And remember, if you have neck issues, you're not going to roll, you're just going to stay here in this balanced position. If your neck is fine, tuck the chin. Only go to your shoulder blades. So as soon as they touch, you're exhaling and you're putting on the brakes. See, I didn't put on my brakes quick enough, my feet touched. So, chin tucked. Head and shoulders stay off the floor. The goal is to keep your feet off the floor. Work the abs. So back we come. Abs are a braking system. Don't let your feet touch. Wonderful massage to the spine. All right, we're going to put our feet down, and I'm going to encourage you to come up into a balanced pose. Now, if this hurts your knees, what I want you to do is come into a forward fold position. If your knees are fine, come here. Pick a point directly in front of you. Keep the navel in, supporting the core, and bring your hands to heart center. This is all over. Great workout when you do balance poses. And then what we're going to do is press through the toes, come up, and we're going to do what are called Pilates push-up series. So we start standing, crown is tall, roll your shoulders up, back, and down. Palms are open to receive your first breath. On the exhale, roll down, one vertebra at a time. Chin is tucked. Crown points down, enjoy the flow of blood to your brain. Inhale, start to walk your hands out. We're coming into a downward dog, so the fingers are spread wide, tailbone lifts, heels lower. Now on the exhale, you're going to lower your hips to a plank position. So you may do your push-ups from plank. You may do them like this, or you may drop your knees and give me 3 push-ups from whichever position you're comfortable. Uncurl the toes and then lift the tailbone, lower the heels. Inhale, walking your hands back to your feet. More flow of blood to the brain. And on the exhale, we're going to roll back up to our starting position.
Crown is tall. Remember to roll your shoulders up, back, and down. Shoulder blades are together. Receive a deep inhalation. On the exhales, chin to the chest, chest to the rib cage to the belly. Pause and forward fold. Walking out, your tailbone lifts while the heels lower simultaneously. Enjoy that stretch to the back of your body. Now into plank position. By the way, if you want a 30-second challenge, work on planks. You're going to do 3 push-ups. Remember your option to lower your knees and then lift the tailbone, lower the heels. Walk your hands back to your feet and exhale as you come back up through the spine. We're going to do that one more time, so receive a deep breath. Exhale, let everything go internally, all that stuck energy, clear it. And then walk out. Spread the fingers, distribute the weight, lift the tailbone, lower the heels, maximize that stretch. Lower the hips into plank. You're pushing away from the floor here. 3 push-ups. Remember your option to drop your knees. And then just bring the knees down, uncurl the toes, and let's exhale back into child's pose. So relax your forehead, relax your forearms. You can bring your hands together, lift the fingertips up to the ceiling, and rest the thumbs at your base of your neck for a nice tricep stretch here. Deep breath. Exhale, lower, and we're going to come forward. And we're going to lay on our belly, extend our arms. This is a great strengthener for the back. We're going to swim. So squeeze your glutes. Inhale as you lift right arm and left leg. Exhale, put it down in the opposite arm and leg lift. So you can do a slow breath here, or you can pick up your pace to the 5 quick inhales and exhales. So it looks like this. Either way, release your hands, elbows stay tucked into the sides. Now keep your hips on the floor, squeeze your glutes, and gently push up. Do not allow those hips to lift. This is great if you experience sciatica. I learned from my physical trainer that this is a great way to strengthen the spine to get rid of that. So, elbows tucked, hips on the floor, squeeze your glutes. Gently lift up. Don't go past the point where the hips come up. So however, if that's only right to here, that's fine. Elbows in, squeeze the glutes, and gently push up. Now we can lift the hips and once again come back into another child's pose. So we do as many stretches as possible throughout the routine, so you're getting that balanced workout. All right, we are going to do one more roll. This one is with wide knees. So come back to seated position, pull the cheeks apart, knees are open, reach for the outside of your ankles. Option 1, your toes are touching. So you're looking out past the toes, shoulders are relaxed. Same thing goes, if neck issues, you're just doing the balance pose. You can have your shins parallel to the floor. Tuck the chin, come back to the shoulder blades, and come back up. Now, if you want it more challenging, extend the legs and roll. So play around with it. You might start out with one position, and then just as you get better with it, give the open leg rocker a try. Now at the top, we're going to bring our legs together.
We're going to have our elbows down. We keep our chest open. We go into hip circles with the navel in. Inhale down and exhale to the top and reverse the direction. You're always listening to your lower back. You do not want to create pain. We're here to strengthen it, not cause issues. So everybody's at different fitness levels. Do what's appropriate for you. Beautiful. Knees in, and once again, come into that balanced pose. Or, remember your option to straighten the legs into forward fold. We're coming up. And I always like to focus on a few standing balance exercises because it's so important, especially when we get into the icy season. So we're going to start by stretching out our neck, and feet are hip width apart. Put your right arm on the bottom, left on top. Keep the hips facing forward. You're going to turn to your right. Inhale, exhale. One more, and relax. Now, I should have had you do this at the beginning. I want you to turn over the opposite shoulder and just notice where you're staring. And then come back to center. Then you do the exercise, you double check, and you'll notice you're going to look a little further to the back. So we're going to do it the proper way this time. Look over your right shoulder first. Observe where you're staring, come back to center, put your left arm on the bottom, right on top, and we turn to our left. So it's inhale, exhale. So it's the upper body, the torso and head turning as one while the hips stay forward. We have 4, 3, elbows are below your shoulders, 2, 1. And now the proof of the pudding, we turn to look over that right shoulder, and voila, and we're looking further to the back than when I started. Come back to the front. Now, the balance exercise. If you want to do this with a chair nearby or your fingertip on a wall to make sure you don't lose your balance, that's perfectly okay. The goal is to bring one foot in front of the other. All toes pointing forward, your knees are relaxed rather than locked. Shift the weight into that back leg. And then you get to close one eye. It further challenges the balance. I can feel this working because I haven't done it for a while. Open that eye and switch. Woo! And come back to center. Now, let's switch. Front leg becomes the supporting leg in the back. Transfer your weight into that back leg. All toes pointing forward. Relax the shoulders, grow tall. So once again, you can do one eye at a time, or you can close both eyes, and I'm not going to do that very long because I haven't practiced. So I'm going to do the one eye. You can close both, and I'm switching the eye. And open. All right, let's come back down to the mat for the grand finale because we're keeping this shorter than a regular Pilates class, and we are going to work on what's called the roll over. But before we do that, we're going to warm up with bringing knees into chest, and you're going to lift your tailbone and hips up off the floor, keeping the elbows grounded to the mat, and your toes are pointed up. And we're just going to alternate one heel at a time down to the back side. And then you can make it a full bicycle if you wish. Pause and reverse. And then bring your knees into your chest, relax down, and just give me a gentle massage. So now we're warmed up for what we're going to do next. You get, and this is your option, if you do not have success with the rollover, you're going to come back to bridges. You're going to bring your heels close and you're going to lift up, and you can decide if you want to hold it the entire time, squeezing the glutes, or you can release it, move your heels a little closer, and lift a little bit higher. So that is your option to the rollover. Straighten your legs, cement the palms down to your sides. Separate the legs hip-width apart. Exhale, we're coming down to a 45-degree angle. You can lift your head to look at your belly or keep your head on the floor. Bring the legs together. Bring them parallel to the floor. Separate hip-width apart and exhale down to 45. Leave the legs hip-width apart. Come parallel to the floor with your legs. Bring them together. Lower down to 45. Navel is in. We separate hip-width apart. Now, here's where we're going to do the change. We come parallel to the floor. We bring the legs together. And if you choose, we're going to lift the tailbone and hips, aligning toes with nose into the jackknife. This is one of the most challenging moves. We're going to release down to 45. Now, an easier way to get into that jackknife is right from here. You bring your weight to your shoulders, you're lifting your legs, tailbone and hips straight up, toes aligned with nose, and then we come back down to 45, final jackknife. Up we go with those tailbone, hips, toes with nose. And then you're going to release. You're going to come up, and we're going to end with the final roll, which is the seal. Bring your feet, soles of your feet together. Thread the arms through the legs. Receive the outside of your ankles. We're going to clap your heels. You're going to come back to the shoulder blades. Pause, clap the heels overhead. Come right back up. And if you know how to bark like a seal, go for it. I need audience for this. We always have a seal barker in the class, which is really cool. And then to come up, release the ankles, feet plant, up we come, and receive a deep breath. On the exhale, fully let go. One more deep breath. Remember, the inhale is about receiving of the infinite source. Bring the palms together and bring those blessings of love, light, joy, abundance into your heart. Thank you so much for joining me today. Namaste.